When we talk about making mashups with Info 2.0, the best place to start is by taking a look at our mashup maker QED Wiki. So as you can see here, I'm out on our AlphaWorks Services website. This is services.alphaworks.ibm.com/QED-wiki. This is a hosted site which allows you to go out with QED Wiki running on our servers, and you can give it a try. I'm going to go ahead and click Try It Now. Because I was already logged on to AlphaWorks previously, it remembers that stateful. So I'm dropped in immediately to, if you look here, I'm logged on as D. Barnes. I can look at my settings here. Before I begin that, it's browser-based and it's wiki-based. So I'm running in Firefox, no special plugins or extensions. Everything you know about a wiki still applies here. If I look at my settings here, this is really just a web page. If I want to go in and enter and change my password, if I want to change my user settings, change the landing page that I drop into when I log in, if I want to go out, look at help information about QED Wiki. By the way, that settings information is also represented here if I want to change my user settings. Back to the help page here. QED Wiki does have a meaning. It's quick and easily done, so that's why the QED Wiki. We're running on build 1.3 here. I can get more information about getting started, an assembler's guide, widget reference. I can go to the QED Wiki Explorer, which I'll show you more in detail later. I can list all of my pages, list all of the pages in this wiki instance. I can import a workspace. This is a workspace we're looking at now. I can export a workspace, put it on another server. I can export the entire wiki to move to another server. Publish a workspace so I can work collaboratively with others. I can create a new page. All of these things here I'll show you a little later. There's a rich WYSIWYG editor in here, a text editor. I can email the pages after I've created them to share. But here's a key to help you understand this. If I went into, let's say, Help Assembler's Guide there, and if I look over here on the left, here is an assembler's guide here in this tree view, which I can open and close with this handle. By the way, that was written in the Dojo Ajax framework. If I look over here, this widget reference, if I open it, takes me to the same place as here in the widget reference as I open it. Because everything here is a web page, everything is an HTML page, all of the things that are listed here are, for the most part, represented here as well. I should say that in reverse. These are represented over here. So if I want to look at samples, if I want to look at tutorials, if I want to go back over to that welcome page where we actually started with, everything is just a web page. So if you keep that in mind, go out here, navigate around for a little while. Remember that everything here is a web page. It'll be real easy for you to get a handle on QED Wiki very quickly, and then you can start off with creating mashups. Well, now that we've seen an overview of QED Wiki, let's take a look at a completed mashup and see how we would use one. Now this is a mashup that I actually put out on YouTube as a video recently, so you can just go to YouTube and do a search on QED Wiki and you can see another video of this same thing. This is a simple mashup, well actually not too simple. This is one that's created for somebody in the shipping industry. This is a widget on the top page. It's information from Reuters. This is another widget in this container, information from Reuters. If I scroll down, this one, in a moment, will contain some information from one of Reuters' partners. This is Google Maps, which you're familiar with, etc. The difference between just a landing page and this is that if I were to go off, and let me click on the Cargill Great Century here, I just went to, when I selected that, I passed that information because it's a page-aware widget. There's a service bus in QED Wiki that passed that to this widget. This widget took the ship name, went out on the web, and got details from another data source, including latitude and longitude of the vessel. QED Wiki passed that to this widget, Google Maps. Now I know the latitude and longitude. It's somewhere out here in, well, it looks like it might be in the Netherlands, but if I zoom in, no, it looks like we're in Belgium here. If I scroll down at the same time, QED Wiki passed the latitude and longitude here to AccuWeather. In AccuWeather, around the vessel here in Belgium, I can look and say, oh, I just want to look at the wave heights around that vessel, etc. So I pass the latitude and longitude, go to AccuWeather. If I wanted to, there's also a destination search. So we searched out on the news to see what's happening at this specific destination, if anything. If I go back and grab another vessel, let me go back in the vessel locations. No, you know what? Let me scroll down to the bottom. This is one of my favorites. We also even grab a piracy report because, believe it or not, working with Reuters, we found out there's an issue with piracy out on the 7 seas. So we grab this information from ESRI, Global Mapping Company, plot the latitude and longitude of all of the piracy information that have happened in the last 6 months, and we get that from the World Chamber of Commerce. I actually like the satellite view, and now we can see that piracy is alive and well out on the seas and not just in the software industry out on Usenet. So this is a mashup in use. Let's come back in a moment and we'll take a look at exactly how to wire one of these widgets into a mashup.